So, look at this. I'm going to give that a thumbs down right now. We're on Red's Rhetoric channel, and we're looking at GoPro Rocket Trail Atlas 5 North 22 with Boeing Starliner. I'm going to point out a few things about Red's rhetoric here and how he fakes stuff with fake science. Now, we're going to take a look at this video, and you're going to notice a few things right out the bat. We're going to let the video play through, and I'm going to explain what you're looking at and how Reds here is lying and using CGI on still photos to act like he's actually there recording these rocket launches when all he's doing is pulling these rocket launches, right? He's pulling footage of these rocket launches and adding his own commentary in a video editing Pro Tools program. See, I know a lot about video editing. I took video editing classes, so I know what's going on. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. See, you might be a scientist and a mathematician or whatever you call yourself, Red, but one thing you didn't count on was somebody that took, video editing classes back when he was younger, because I used to do Final Cut Pro, right? It's a video editing tool, Final Cut Pro, where you make videos, right? So that's what he's using here, and CGI. Look at this. Red's rhetoric. Look at him. The rhetoric. We'll get into the definition of his name. Red's rhetoric. Now, look at this. Look at this. Okay? I'm going to wait until it lights up. You're going to notice a few things right out the bat with this footage here. Okay, a few things right out the bat. Let's pause it here. Let's look at the Earth right now. You see these lights up here? And this, by the way, is not a mountain. He can't say it's a mountain, because when it lights up, I'm going to show you exactly how it's not a mountain, how this is the Earth. And I'm sorry, Reds, but your fisheye camera lens shows the Earth bending the wrong way, buddy. And it also proves that there's a dome above us. You know, the vault, the arced roof, buddy. And yeah, I will be plugging your video in the description with a nice little song. Also, link will be in the description, guys. Let's continue. Let's dissect Red's rhetoric. Notice how this water is not moving. It gives the effect as it's moving, as this rocket is taking off, but you don't see this water moving one bit. Look, this is a still photo. The clouds aren't moving. Nothing's moving but this rocket trail. And like I said, the Earth is bending the wrong way, Reds. What's going on here? And then you see this arcing effect. You see the water's not moving. This is a still photo. This is like he took an image and then he, did some editing and he put this, line, this rocket trail, right? But the water's not moving. How's this moving, but the water's not moving, Reds? Can you explain that, Reds? You think people don't have eyes to see that the water's not moving, Reds? The water is still, Reds. What's going on? I didn't think time stopped, Reds, and this is going still. Look at this water. This is water, and it's not moving. Last time I checked, Reds, if it's a real photo, this water would be waving. But you have a still photo here of it waving. And look at this. You see that arc? You see it arcing, Reds? You're proving the flat earth. You're not debunking it. You're proving it. And you see it's flat, but you deny it, Reds. Because the earth is bending the wrong way. Reds, I'm sorry. Your fisheye camera lens ain't doing too much. Now, look at this. We're going to get something from, yeah, I'm on his channel. Yeah. Look at all this. You think he's actually at all these rocket launches. Look at him. Look at him. SpaceX, Falcon 9. But he says we don't use SpaceX footage. They have their own rockets. But he's filming rockets. Look at this. Tracking International Space Station. Stabilized. Let's get it. Get more of this rhetoric here. Let's get more rhetoric from Reds. While he got all these ads making all this money, right? That's why he's throwing it around. I'll give you $5,000 if you could debunk my videos. Well, Reds, where's my $5,000? Look at this. Look at this CGI crap. That's the space station, guys. It's glowing like a star with all these colors. Look. Oh, stabilized, right? Let's see it stabilized. Oh, it looks like something exploded. Let's see that. Let's see what happened there. It looks like that ISS is in water, doesn't it? That's exactly what it looks like. Look at it. Water's above. It's not due to your camera, buddy. Let's see when you get it stabilized. Oh, it's never stabilized. It's just whacked out. Reds, where's the stabilized part? Tell me what time did you get it stabilized, Reds? And is this your proof that that is the ISS, Reds? Wow, Reds. I guess you can just point at anything in the sky. And how do you get it stabilized, Reds, when it's in orbit? When it's in orbit, Reds? How do you get something stable? Still, Red. Do you know the, look. Let's look at it. He says, tracking the International Space Station stabilized. Well, I guess Reds didn't go to school because he doesn't know the meaning of stabilized. Let's look at the meaning of stabilized, since this guy, stabilizer, right? Stabilize, meaning. Okay, let's see what it means to be stable. Become or make or become unlikely to give way or overturn. More or become unlikely to change, fail, or decline. Stabilized, right? That means it doesn't move. Okay. Stabilized. Okay. Let's see what the word stable means, right? Because Reds doesn't know the meaning of words. And we'll get, look at the word stable. Of an object like that ISS or structure like a building, not likely to give way or overturn, firmly fixed. That means it doesn't move, Reds. Let's see here. Firm, solid, steady. How's something steady and it's in orbit? Secure, fixed, strong, fast, stout, sturdy, safe, moored, anchored. You know what happens when you anchor a ship, right? It stays still. So how is the ISS in orbit going around the Earth and it's still, Reds? It doesn't make sense. I want my $5,000, Reds. Be a man of your word. Because I'm going to go through your whole channel and I'm going to make video after video after video after video. And this is in chemistry, medicine, physics, chemistry, writing, right? And racing. Stable. Stability, well built, well constructed. Immovable, unstable. These are the, this is what happens when people don't understand the meaning of words. Now let's see what rhetoric means, right? Because this is what he's doing. Reds rhetoric, the art of effectively or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figure of speech, not truth, it's a figure of speech, and other compositional techniques. The language designed to have a persuasive or impressive effect on its audience. Go to the flat earth debate. You'll see it. All you got to do. I'll tag that also in my descriptions. The link to that in my description. So it is a persuasive. It has a persuasive or impressive effect on its audience, but often regarded as lacking in sincerity or meaningful content. So it doesn't mean anything. Red, loftiness. You see this boasting. That's what red does. He's a boaster. Hot air, right? This is what rhetoric means, right? Hyperbole, like hyperbolic, right? You know what that word means, right? Boastful. Now let's get Red's rhetoric in his own words, because he is what he is, right? He says he's Red's rhetoric, right? That's all he does is rhetoric. It's not sincere, folks. That means all his stuff, all his garbage videos of other rockets, not his own, but he's saying they're his when he's using SpaceX, Elon Musk, right? We know Elon Musk is one of these end time people, right? With his brain chip, right? SpaceX. Twitter has a problem and we need your help. Don't help this guy. Look at him. Flat Earth chat. And all they're doing is, they're denying the flat earth, although it proves the flat earth. Mass debates turns into a dumpster fire, right? And look, he's talking about Walmart. Let's go to one of his, actually, let's just go here to Nick's channel. I don't want to be on that garbage channel. Listen to rhetoric here. Red's rhetoric.
Go big with Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack. Get yours with Taco Bell delivery.
Just so I could spare you, Nick, don't ever have this guy on your channel again. He totally destroyed your channel, Nick, and I warned you. I warned you about not yoking yourself together with non-believers, right? And you get that in the back. Listen to Red's rhetoric. His rhetoric stinks of dishonesty. Because, see, you're not going to try and make me look like a fool. I'm sorry, buddy. It doesn't work that way.
Because Melvin commented this, and he said, NASA admits the Earth is flat in this definition of a linear aircraft model, and I'm sure you've heard of this before.
Yes, I have.
So I tried to make a response in his comment, and I believe, hold on, I said something like, it's flat because they don't need to account. I don't know 100%. I'm not a scientist. Maybe you could address it better, but basically the curvature and the movement is so minute that they don't need to account for that. And that paper was written in like 1988. But
they don't need to account for it in a simulation. You're absolutely right.
So yeah, go ahead and maybe just kind of explain it a little better, why NASA. And another thing I said is, you guys, if you think NASA and all the powers that be were trying to hide this huge secret of flat Earth, do you really think they would put out a publication paper saying that the Earth is flat, stationary?
Tell me about it.
Like, that doesn't really, I don't know.
I mean, to say that the Earth is flat because NASA makes a flat Earth in a simulation is the same as saying that you can never leave Los Angeles because there's no way out of Los Angeles at Midnight Club 2. It's just as nonsensical to say that. And yes, just because you can't leave Los Angeles in a video game doesn't mean you can't leave Los Angeles in real life.
Does that even make sense? It doesn't even answer the question. But that's how rhetoric is, right? Persuasive language, the power of persuasive speaking, although it is not sincere and it's not even founded on truth. Let's continue, Red. I want my $5,000.
Flight that it doesn't need to be programmed in a flight simulator. You can get a flight simulator working just fine without having to account for the curvature of the Earth.
And another reason.
So you don't have to account for the curvature of the Earth, but yet in the flat Earth debate, you said that the rockets being launched, and when they make that arc, they have to account for the curvature. What is it then, Red? You're a liar, bro. You're a liar, and you're busted in your lies. Every time it switches up. Go to his channel. Go to his channel and listen to all his rhetoric, because that's all it is. That's why his name is Reds Rhetoric. It's not sincere, folks. It's lies. It's deception. It's deceit. So if he's lying, then that means
that, like they were saying, it was made in 1988, right? When the computing power was so minimal to account for all those minute calculations in a simulation that was not necessary. It basically wasn't possible, right? Now we have like crazy computer chips and computing power. So if you wanted to actually make a simulation nowadays, I'm sure they could do it. But
yeah, and if you want to find out the Earth was flat, you could do it on the computer simulation too. Just like, you know, how do you, okay, if they could make a ball Earth, but a ball does not have a straight line. And if a ball does not have a straight line and they're shooting rockets, shouldn't they be shooting rockets on a simulation of a ball Earth instead of a flat Earth? Yeah, you guys, I'll link that also in the description so you could take a look at the summary of NASA's 1988 document. And guess what? Go to NASA's live feed. I will also link that in the descriptions, and you'll see that they're showing you a ball Earth. So which is it? Because someone's lying, and it all doesn't add up. You all got so many different stories, okay? Too many stories.
Yeah, the new flight simulator is just an example. I mean, they actually modeled the entire Earth for that simulator. And if you go to the exploited map that you actually travel on, it's a globe.
you know what?
Yeah, the exploited. Let's see what exploited means, okay? Because Red doesn't know what words mean, right? He just shoots words out of his mouth and he don't know what they mean. Exploited. Exploit. Oops. Exploit meaning. Make full use of and derive benefit from a resource. Make use of, put to use, a bold or daring feat, right? A software designed to take advantage of a flaw in a computer system. You know, let's look at this first one here. Exploit, right? To make use of, right? Make use of, draw on, like they're doing with their CGI images. Use to good advantage. It's not good advantage. Put, turn to good use. Profit from, by, capitalize on. That means you're exploiting the flat Earth. You're basically, you know, trying to exploit it by destroying it, mister, and it doesn't work. What does it mean for some? What does it mean to stabilize something? To make stable, steadfast, or firm. To hold steady, such as that space Hubble. So how do you get something, once again, orbiting in space? If space is real, how do you get it steady in your camera there, Reds? I don't understand. What, you were standing at some amazing point to where the space Hubble just stopped shooting and flying through space? through the vacuum of space where there is no air. There's nothing up there. Okay? Of course there's no space. It's heaven. It's no space. God sits up there. And that's why you'll never leave. And SpaceX will never leave. And NASA will never leave. And when he comes back, you're going to find out. And you're going to pay for all your lies, Reds. So how about that, Reds? How about, since you tried to make me look like a fool, Reds, let's get this. Let's see the wicked flee when no man pursues, when you bring out scripture. It's how you stand fast on your faith.
The palms on top of the car was a hilarious bit, as if the roof of the car could form a globe. Just wow. I actually replied to that and told him, I think you missed the point. The point was to show how something can look straight from one angle, but when looking at it at another, you see a clear curve.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the point was to deceive you. And listen to Reds, he's going to say, exactly. Exactly, he's going to get excited. He's going to say, oh, I can add that to my arsenal. So when I go up against another person in a debate and they try to destroy me with my lies, I can use this as backup. Listen.
You did? Exactly. Perfect. 100%.
So he wasn't trying to say that.
Listen to him get all excited. Because look, on a car, that still doesn't prove the globe, okay? Because at some point it straightens out and then it dips down and it straightens out. Reds, the earth don't look like that. I'm sorry. That's why he got excited when Nick helped him out with this, this misguided assumption. Listen to him.
From one angle, but when looking at it at another, you see.
Let's go back to the question at hand.
No.
The palms on top of the car was a hilarious bit, as if the roof of the car could form a globe. Just wow. I actually replied to that and told him, I think you missed the point. The point was to show how something can look straight from one angle, but when looking at it at another, you see a clear curve.
Yeah, exactly. You did? Exactly. Perfect. 100%.